There were concerns, of course. I'm sure everyone on this set probably could have the same, Ernest, Sarah, and Emanzi. And those concerns still were echoed by the shadow minister in charge of sport. With just 11 days to the start of the 2024 CHAN tournament, many Ugandans are expressing concern over the lack of visible awareness and publicity around the event. The tournament set to be co-hosted by Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania is nearing kickoff, but public engagement remains low. Now, the Shadow Minister for Sport, Honorable Godfrey Kayemba Solo, has raised the alarm, urging the Ugandan government to intensify efforts in creating awareness and mobilizing support in the remaining days. Now, while it said that yesterday, the beauty about it is that we had Mark Namanya, who is from the PR department of the African Secretariat. So, before we listen in and tell you what Mark had to say, let's first listen in to what Kayemba Solo had to say in regards to the lack of publicity ahead of the CHAN tournament.
All know that Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania won a bid to host the CHAN and AFCON tournament in 2027. But as we speak now, we are remaining with only 10 days to start this tournament. When you look at the other countries like Kenya and Tanzania, when you look at the tournament, when you reach at the airport, you know what's going to happen in the country. They have already branded their airports, the billboards are over the country, the media and everything is speaking about that tournament. So the public is aware and they are getting the mileage they expect to get. But for our country, nothing is happening. When you reach the airport, nothing. When you pass in town, no activation, no any form of awareness that is created by the organizing committee and the government to see that we know that what is going to happen. It's so sad that when you look at the money we have invested, which is more than $10 million that we put in CAF to enable us host this tournament, the money that has gone out for infrastructures to improve Nambole and other training grounds like Wankuru, Kuchambo, Gomakera and the rest, we are not getting anything out of it as we speak right now. That mileage, we are not getting it. I don't know. I've heard that the government has refused to give out money for marketing, which is bad. If the government did this in good spirit, it has to release the money for marketing. If it doesn't do that, we are not going to get anything or to achieve anything out of this. We only get maybe at the TV when the games have started. And we only find 3 to 4 fans in Nambole to watch, which will be an embarrassment to Uganda sports. So we call upon the government to put the necessary awareness, to advertise, to engage with the media, to brand everything that is possible, as the government does when you are hosting NAM, G77, CHOGAM, and other related international workshops that we always have here. So if it doesn't do that, I think the 10 billions plus and all the money that the $10 million plus and all the money that has been put in infrastructure development is just a wastage of time. We need to market the event. We need, from my area in Ibukomansi where I come from, to Ajumani, to know that we have a tournament in Uganda that is the CHAN. It's a great tournament. It's a great platform to the country. Our people need to know how they're going to benefit in it. The service providers, the business people, and even the ladies that work around Nambole and men who sell things and the guest houses and the rest. But we're not aware. We also heard that some people want to go exhausting money from business people, especially the hotel owners and the rest. Do you want to host a team for CHAN? You give us this and this. I've told my people to give me concrete information about that. But now it's high time for the government and the organizing committee to make it open, to tell us which hotels are going to host, how did they get these service providers, just to tell the country so that they might not fall into trap of those people that want to exhaust money from them. About the wrangles between FUFA and the National Council of Sports. I think if they are there, and because you can't hear something that's not there, it's high time you dissolve those things for the good of the game. Instead of FUFA is the technical side, knows how to operate football. National Council of Sports is working on behalf of the government to see that everything is okay. But I think it might be a problem of who eats this and this and this. So I think it's high time we revolve to that. We get a big and a good tournament. Thank you very much.
You said you were giving out.
Hey, the remedy is men. I want to tell this government, we are remaining with only 10 days to start this tournament. I'm giving you 4 days. When you have started whatever we have discussed here, branding, marketing and making the public aware of this tournament so that we don't get embarrassed as the country. I'm also going to petition the Speaker about this because it's this Parliament that releases this money. I'm also going to petition CAF so that they awaken their people, especially their representative here, about this tournament. So if they fail to do all that, within a few days, I will tell all sports lovers of this country, especially football lovers, maybe we visit the Ministry of Education to tell us more, because now it would have ignored our advice about the tournament. We all know that
I am
Uganda,
saying fire to 3 or 4 fans in the stadium. Shall have more than 4 or 5. Shall have very many, Mr. Kayemba, Honorable Kayemba Solo. Fire to 3 or 4 fans. We will have enough fans in there. But also, the next time I meet Honorable Kayemba Solo, I'm going to ask him who his people are. Those ones he's going to send to find out the people who want to extort money from hotels and the people of the people alike. So interesting. But I think Ernest and Emanzi, he raises a genuine concern for many that while some of us, because this is our job, we know there's going to be a chance, there are people out there who you would want to watch the game and don't exactly know what's happening.
I'll start with the, because some of these things, we're not operating in silos. We've come from Rugby Africa Cup. There's going to be the CHAN, and then of course there's the Pearl of Africa T20 that is happening. So there's all these tournaments, but all that is building to 2027 for AFCON, because I think that is the pinnacle of sport on the African continent, the Cup of Nations. At the start, it felt like us, the rugby fans, knew that the Rugby Africa Cup was happening, but away from that, the general public did not have much of an idea about what the tournament was, who is coming, how much it's going to cost, and things like that. And now it seems that the buck has now shifted to the people organizing CHAN, that if you're a sports lover, if you're a sports enthusiast, or like us who work in the industry, you know that it is happening, you know where it's going to happen, and all this buzz around the ticket prices, around the teams and everything. But the general public, if you're like at a border stage, the energy is not there in it. In the taxi park, in the small Kafunda restaurants that we like to eat from, you do not feel the buzz of the tournament coming here. And I think he raises a really valid concern that 10 days of the tournament, and I asked you on the morning switch, the tournament is going to be launched on Thursday.
More like the campaign of the tournament starting on Friday by the head of state.
By the head of state. It's
First Lady.
10 days too, is that not too late? Shall we get to rally enough people to come for these games and things like that? So I feel we need to pick up the pace.
I think before Imanzi comes in, let's get a reaction from the AFCON Secretariat, because we had Mark Namanya, the PR and Communications Manager at the AFCON Secretariat. He assured the public that the government is doing everything possible to ensure a successful CHAN 2024 tournament. He did appear on the press box last night, NBS press box. Let's listen in to what he had to say in regards to the concerns of Honorable Kayemba Solo, but also the concerns of many Ugandans.
A little more comfortable space. You're going to pay 30,000 for two Africa level matches. That's 15K per game. If you're going to sit VVIP, that's 50,000. You're paying 25,000. So at every level, I think it's as good as it gets.
And the fact of the matter, Albert, Vianney, and Brian, we've watched AFCON tournaments over the years, AFCONs and CHANs, and the biggest challenge, whether the AFCON is in Burkina Faso or Algeria or Egypt or South Africa, is for matches involving the teams, the other teams, the foreign teams. Because if AFCON is happening in Mali, a game between Niger and Mozambique is going to struggle to even actually draw 20 people in the stadium. But if you make it, if you entice the fans with the pricing, who knows? Maybe you can get
AFCON in Angola. Games were empty after the group stages.
Oh yes. So I mean, the discussions are still going around. Is a spectator's experience, a fans committee to think how to draw the numbers into the stadium and hopefully just maybe we can crack that very, very difficult question, because it's been a prevalent challenge for African countries competing at AFCON and CHAN to fill the stadia. Unlike Europe, because Europe is interconnected. It's very easy for games in Sweden or Austria to fill, because Austria is a stone throw away for any country in Europe because of the train system and the budget airlines and so forth. Unlike Africa, if a tournament is happening in Senegal and there's a match involving Kenya and Zambia, you're going to struggle together.
Quite,
absolutely.
heavy. So it's a big problem for